increasingly you hear from some liberals, some Democrats, particularly African-American Democrats in Congress, who say that they believe there is an undercurrent of racism in some of the criticism of the president, in some of the vitriol that is being expressed.
We weren't protesting anything. We were celebrating this country and vowing to protect its Constitution.
But Mark, what you're saying makes sense to me here when I'm hearing what you say, but then I read on your blog, you say, you call the president an Indonesian Muslim turned welfare thug and a racist in chief. I mean,
yeah.
Is that the kind of...
That's the way he's behaving.
But
I mean, if he cares to be...
Do you believe he's Indonesian? Do you believe he's Muslim? Do you really believe he's a welfare thug?
He's certainly acting like it.
You think he's a racist in chief?
I mean, this president...
Racist in chief? Is that what you call it?
Until he embraces the whole country. What else can I...
Your water coming to a boil. It's our nightly checkup on the Something for Nothing crowd. It is tea time. The Tea Party does not want my advice, but I'm going to give it to them anyway, kind of on behalf of the greater good and humanity and just good taste and stuff. Find your man Mark Williams, because if you have any credibility left on the racism issue, he will spend all of it before the end of next week. Mr. Williams' response to the calm, almost tepid request by the NAACP that the Tea and Republican parties renounce racism in their own ranks has been responded to by Williams with what he thinks is some sort of satirical, retroactive fake letter to President Lincoln in 1863. Highlights, if that's the right word for Williams' psychosis. Dear Mr. Lincoln, we colored people have taken a vote and decided that we don't cotton to that whole emancipation thing. Freedom means having to work for real, think of ourselves or for ourselves, and take consequences along with the rewards. That is just far too much to ask of us colored people, and we demand that it stop. The Tea Party position to end the bailouts, he continues, for example, is just silly. Bailouts are just big money welfare, and isn't that what we all want all coloreds to strive for? Continuing, and the ridiculous idea of reducing the size and intrusiveness of government. What kind of, quote, massa would ever not want to control my life? As coloreds, we must have somebody care for us. Otherwise, we would be on our own, have to think for ourselves and make decisions. Continuing, the racist Tea Parties also demand that the government stop the out-of-control spending. Again, they directly target colored people. That means we colored people would have to compete for jobs just like everybody else, and that is just not right. Continuing, perhaps the most racist point of all in the Tea Parties is their demand that government stop raising our taxes. That is outrageous. How will we, quote, colored people ever get a widescreen TV in every room if non-coloreds get to keep what they earn? Sincerely, Precious Ben Jealous, Tom's nephew, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, head colored person. Again, to the cooler heads in the Tea Party, if there are any, you've got to repudiate Mark Williams and this insanity. Otherwise, when any of you claim that racism is not part of the Tea Party movement, only 4 words will have to be spoken to prove you wrong. The Mark Williams letter.